welcome back to Chat and Chew. I am here. It is New Year's Eve, and my dear friend Gabby Bernstein is in Woodstock. Hey, baby.
Hi, baby. Hi, everybody. I love Woodstock.
It's a good place to be, and we also have unicorns to celebrate New Year's Eve. The unicorns are with us. It's the dawn of a new year, and if you don't know Gabby, Gabby is a best-selling author of Add More Ing, Spirit Junkie, and the new book coming out tomorrow may cause miracles, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. Gabby is going to talk about how to make lasting change in 2013 with me, and I don't know about you folks, but I am really excited. So, Gabs, what are we going to do? How are we going to make changes that stick?
Well, the first step, and I think this is going to be a little trippy for everybody, so strap on your seatbelt. You have to really want it.
Yeah.
You got to want it, everybody, because I have a little anecdote from my last New Year where I was taking my coffee cups with all my friends and saying, this is my last coffee forever, and letting go of my coffee. And on New Year's Day, I literally walked to the coffee shop.
Interesting. So that just shit the bed right there.
Shit the bed, man. I just didn't want it. I just was not in the space of genuinely wanting. I almost even knew when I was like doing the cheers with the coffee mugs in the back of my head, I was like, this is not going to last. This is totally not going to last. And so I think that the real starting point for any of us as we move into the new year is to make sure we really, really want it. And so I often advise people to sort of assess on New Year's Day, how badly do I want this? And maybe if there's something you really think is tangible and something that you really want more than something else, go for that. Because if it's something that you don't want yet, you're just going to feel really bad, and you're going to put yourself into that place of judgment and self-attack, and this goes in a whole other direction.
Absolutely.
So just make sure you really want it to begin.
I've had some good experiences with resolutions, and I've had some major wipeouts with resolutions. And last year was an example of a major wipeout. And some of you might have remembered a blog that I put out where I was basically talking about all the things that I was going to do in the new year. And I also recapped all the things that I had done in the old year. And it was so clearly type A, driven, overdriven, exhausting. And I got 3 different types of responses from people. One was, wow, Kris, you're so inspiring. Wow. The next was, wow, Kris, you're so inspiring. I feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about that. And the last one was, girl, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was interesting because within a few weeks, everything had fallen apart. And for me, I think this is such a great point. Many of the things on my list I didn't really want. I thought I should do. I thought I should have. And for 2013, I'm looking more into, as Danielle would say, how I want to feel in the new year, as opposed to goals and aspirations and whatnot. And so I know recently you kicked coffee.
Yes, so that coffee that I didn't kick last year, I'm proud to say that I did kick it in 2012. So for the last month, I've been leading up till now, January, the day before New Year's, and I kicked it. It's been a month off coffee. I feel magnificent. I feel so good. I have so much energy. I have never felt better. I'm just looking everybody in the eye. This is not a PSA for no coffee, kind of not. But my dear friend Kris Carr has been telling me for a long time that this is not serving me, and you have to just really want it. It's like everybody can tell you, you can read all about it, but when you want it, that surrender occurs. I replaced coffee with cucumbers.
Oh, cucumber. Jesus loves
cucumbers.
that.
Yeah, cucumber Jesus.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a huge alkaline shift. I'm going to toast you to that. We're having a little herbal
in our
tea.
tea.
Yep, a little herbal tea. Always.
Yeah. So I think, the next phase of this also, it's like, okay, so you got to want it, right? Yep. But the next place is having that real willingness every day, because you could want it and then wake up the next day and not be willing. So it's maintaining that desire. And so one, if you are going after something that feels tangible and exciting, and much like Danielle says, it feels good.
Yeah.
If it's igniting a feeling within you that feels connected, then you're going to stay on that purpose. But having that willingness every day. And so there's some things I do that we really can just bring in and immediately start to bust through the blocks.
Let's
and having
learn
that willingness.
right now.
One is very powerful, which is just setting the prayer intention daily. Giving up all the addictions in my life, I've used this prayer, which is waking up and saying, I'm willing to let this go today. And so keeping it in the day is really valuable. And that really helps with the willingness, is just staying in the moment and present in the day. And just simply saying, I'm willing to let this go today. Yeah. And then not worrying about tomorrow, not worrying about 90 days from now, just being present in the day.
And you could probably even take it into being present in the hour if it's that
moment to moment. Yeah. This is a real, yes, because there's moments when I'm free flying, I'm good. And then I walk past that coffee shop and I'm like, it's just keep it in the moment.
And that brings you back?
Yeah. I mean, any type of intention is a prayer. And that thought form that we get into the repetitive behavior of having a new thought form that says, I'm willing, is a moment of surrender. So having that experience of just letting it go and trusting that there's a power greater than me working on my behalf, whoever that may be for you, maybe the unicorns are there saying, don't go to the coffee shop. Don't go.
Go to the cucumber. Go to the cucumbers.
Cucumber.
Yes, exactly.
Having those moments of just turning it over, because that's how we release addiction. That's how we change our behavior, is when we surrender.
Well, one of the things that I love about you is you're always giving us ways to shift, and there's subtle ways and they're doable ways. And for me, in this new book, May Cause Miracles, which is absolutely wonderful, one of the things I love about it is I'm very busy. All right. And sometimes I get involved in big programs because I want to make huge changes in my life. I'm black and white. I'm totally radical. You guys know me. We've been together a long time. And there's so much profound wisdom in this, and it's simple. I can read a page. I can do the morning exercise. I can do the evening exercise. And I feel like I could commit to this.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your new book, May Cause Miracles.
I'm really excited about this because I'm much like you. I'm assuming this is similar for you. I write books based on what I feel my audience and readers need. And it's just like the universe is saying, this is the next book. I don't think about what it is. I'm told to do what it is. And so for this book, I had this very strong intuition that people really wanted to be given direction and given guidance, and had this really easy, well thought out plan that helps them create that daily subtle change. And so rather than saying, hey, here's a really long book with all these really lofty, big ideas, I said, here's a 40-day plan. Here's a really simple guidebook. And I love the subtitle. It's a guidebook, a 40-day guidebook of subtle shifts for radical change and unlimited happiness.
That'll do, folks. That'll do.
But the key there is the subtle shifts,
Yeah.
right? Because people think, oh, I have to give it all up today. But if we can have those moments, like we said with the coffee, the moment-to-moment surrender, the moment-to-moment shifts. And so in the book, I have a morning reflection that I've written. I have daily prayers and affirmations. I have daily meditations. And I'm really just asking the reader to do 3 simple things a day, but the guidance is in the book.
So let me just talk about something that I know a lot of people also struggle with is I've written about forgiveness many times, and unlike you, I write books for myself. I write books because I know there's parts of me that are still a hot mess. And I need to, write the books that I need to read. And it just so happens you like them. So that's good.
We all need to read them.
We all need to read. I need, I'm in there like, oh, Kris Carr, that's an interesting thing to say. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I've written about forgiveness a bunch of times, and I'm just going to be honest. There are still some people I haven't forgiven. And I know you have a great section about the F-bomb. So can we talk a little bit about forgiveness as we wrap up and we enter the new year? Because I bet you it would be amazing if we forgave ourselves and others in the new year.
Yeah. Well, we want to begin the new year building our house on rocks, not on sand. And so if we're holding on to all that baggage and that funkiness from last year, it's a lot harder to bring in the new behaviors and patterns. And so just to be brutally honest, forgiveness is a daily practice for me as well. I write about forgiveness. I believe that forgiveness is the bedrock of a spiritual practice. But are we perfect at it? Absolutely not. But this world is our classroom, and people are our assignments, and every person is an opportunity to forgive.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah. And so when we accept that and we embrace the fact that all these people are bringing up all our shit so that we can practice this lesson of forgiveness, then we're like, okay, this is groovy. This is these are my tools. This is my classroom, and this is coming up for a reason. So the first part is, if you're not in that place of having forgiven yet, that's okay, as long as you're willing to forgive. Because the first step in really bringing in the practice of forgiveness is having the willingness. So you could still be waking up every day being like those pangs of anger and the resentment, and it can all still be there. But much like we were saying with making change, in any change, if you pray for that guidance and willingness, you feel a sense of relief.
I think that's beautiful, Gabby. And your book is on sale tomorrow. May Cause Miracles. I love it. I think that you will probably love it as well. And why don't we close out by encouraging people, maybe inviting them to share one thing that they would be willing to transform in 2013. You like that?
Yeah, I really like that.
Thanks, guys. Gabby, myself, the unicorns, we hope you have an amazing 2013, and we're here for you, and we love you.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.